Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Today we are here in Rensburg Heidelberg. We're going to repair a Centurion D5 Evo sliding gate motor, which is giving the client a headache full of troubles, and she got hold of us. So first things first, we just want to show you when the gate rail on a gate motor is not correctly fitted, the troubles that one will find on a gate motor. It's not often that I bring a fish scale with, but it's just there to show you guys what it should read and what not when it's all done. Stay tuned. We've got a fishing scale hooked up to the steel sliding gate. We're going to start pulling it now. There you can see the weight. Go. 7 kgs, 9, go, 7, 10, 7, 8, that's getting stuck, pull, 20, 27. There you can see that there is problems on the installation. That's what needs to be rectified on each and every site that we attend to, is to get this gates operating smoothly and correctly. Right, cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut off the steel gate rail, then we're going to do the test again, and we'll show you that a stupid gate rail like this that's incorrectly fitted is causing all of the troubles on the steel sliding gate. Stay tuned. Right, scale's been hooked up, gate rail has been well cut off from the steel sliding gate. Startup force will always be higher than running force. That's why your gate motor has got startup force rating and a running force rating. You can see there's hardly any spikes on the running of the steel sliding gate, which that just shows you that incorrectly installed steel gate rail is one of the major causes for this gate motor to fail during operation. Right, we're done with welding the steel gate rail back into position. This was a different installation. We couldn't use angle irons, and as such we used steel 5x50 flat bar. We've obviously painted the steel rack primer paint, so none of our welding will rust. Gives the client time to paint the steel back white again. Right, what we've changed here, we've made a double guide bracket, also out of 50x5 steel flat bar, and then obviously the gate slides in there, because such a big long flimsy gate needs nice guide brackets, as the wind will flap it around and you might get it that the gate bumps into the guide bracket if it's not long enough. You can see this one's aligning very nicely. We're now going to do that same test that we did earlier with a steel track, and we'll see what the difference in measurements are between peak and constant running. Right, we can see the scale is attached, and now let's see if we can do it in one movement. So the startup force, and then your running force, and that's with the steel rail welded into the factory position. as it should be. So we are running the same distance, and we're not running downhill so that we can cook the figures. That's not what we do. This is already 4.5 hours down into the installation, and this is just a normal repair. Why it's taking so long is that we're doing it properly. There shouldn't be any comebacks in the following 10 years. We've also moved the gate stopper because we did move the steel sliding gate wheels. We've welded in a proper gate stopper there, so our gate's not going to derail at any point in time. Right, if you can see here underneath the gate motor, the previous installer never fitted the nuts as they should have fitted according to the specifications, which means your gate motor is never properly secured down. So you need to have a steel nut as indicated there. On top of that there's a washer, also on the side steel nut with a washer, and at the back there. So we're not gonna remove the whole gate motor from its bracket, we just want to move it so that we can insert the steel nuts. Show you just now how it will look like and how it needs to be. There we can see that the gate motor is just in the air. So your steel nuts and washers are there to give you a perfect base on which the gate motor is secured. Without them, the gate motor is never properly secured down. Just another aspect here, if you look at this steel sliding gate, the wheels have never been positioned correctly to allow it to carry the whole gate correctly. Got a wheel that's there, and then you've got another wheel that's obviously there. And if you now look at the old gate rail, you can see it was rubbing on the gate. So when you're with such a long gate, what you'll have is that your gate has quite a lot of sway. I'm just lightly pulling on it. There you can see it. Now this is not the gate guide brackets on top, it's basically the wheels. If your wheels are closer, then you won't have this amount of sway. I'll just show you here at the back. If we cause the swaying action, look at the movement that's caused there. Just slightly, yeah. So you can see it swaying. And that's basically because the wheels are not correctly positioned. So we're going to do it, it's going to minimize it, but you're not going to eliminate it completely because of the length of the steel sliding gate. So we're done with moving the gate wheels to their new positions, and you'll see that the sway on it is much less compared to what it was. You will always have some sway, but it's not as bad as it was, where you can see it was so bad that the gate motor teeth, the pinion gear, caught onto the steel sliding gate. So it's not that bad anymore. Now we're gonna weld this steel gate rail into position. It was really crooked. Yeah, it's been working for some years like that. but we just prefer to do the things right from the word go. No shortcuts. Right, let's quickly test our Centurion D5 Evo sliding gate motor. D5 Evos are renowned to push heavy steel sliding gates. Not as big as the old D5s, but yeah, they can run big gates without effort. They do last long. All depends on the installation. If the installation hasn't been done properly, then you're bound to get comebacks, and that's what the installers do. They only repair it for 6 months, come back and tell a client that there's some stuff wrong, and that they charge a client again. We don't do that. We don't get comebacks. That's the good thing. The sad thing is we don't have a revenue stream like the other guys, because it's just comebacks after comebacks after comebacks. Just see there. See, that's what you want. You don't want shortcuts. As a client, you're paying for a proper service, and we deliver a proper service. So if you want this done, you know to contact. Call Pottie 083 778 2288. We are the best in the business.